All right, so once you log into your class, sorry about that. Once you log into your class, you should come to this opening page here, which is your course home. You'll see up here is your calendar. You know, don't worry about this Wednesday the 31st. That's when I opened everything up, but this is your calendar. So you're going to be starting and Monday, and you're going to be at the 5th. And as you will see here, you know, you can determine when things are due. Um, you can keep scrolling till when the next due date is. You can also see here what to work on next. So it kind of gives you an order of your assignments, you know, what's coming up. So, you know, that's what you'll see when you come into here. The browser check, that's something you're going to do in the getting started tab where you found these videos. So I will show you that here shortly. Um, your submission progress, and anything else, okay? How to enter answers, really good. Some things you can enter what you think is the correct answer, but if you enter it incorrectly as far as format goes, it's going to count it wrong. So that's something to kind of be aware of. All right. Announcements, I talked about that on my other video. I did fix that, so we don't need to worry about that. So thankfully, I was able to take care of that issue. So right here is your instructor information. And, you know, that's me, unfortunately, but that is me. Here is my contact information. It's also on my syllabus, but I put it here as well. My office hours. You are a student of mine. You are free to come by my office anytime during these hours on Monday, Wednesday if you need help. If you can't make these times, you can just email me and we can see if there's another time we can get together. Email is the best way to contact me. I say I'm very good at responding. I'm excellent at responding, but you know, I don't want to oversell myself. Within 24 hours during the week and most weekends. You know, it's a weekend, so sometimes I'm doing stuff, but most of the time I'm not. And I don't always check my email. Sometimes I just need to get away for a day or two. But, you know, I am very good at responding. Never had complaints. I will respond. The thing you can't expect, though, is if you email me at 10 o'clock at night to hear from me by 11 o'clock at night. Okay, that's just unfair. All right, I wouldn't do that to you. So please don't do that to me. Give me till the next day. All right, so if you have a pressing issue, you need to figure at least a day before you'll hear from me. Now, oftentimes it's way shorter than that, but you've got to plan on at least a day. All right, that's only fair. Okay, now getting started, this is where you came to get the videos. You'll see they're not up here yet because I haven't uploaded them. But here's where your computer setup stuff is. You can run your browser check. There's all kinds of things you can make sure that you have on your computer so you're successful. Mozilla, Chrome are the best browsers. Internet Explorer is not real good for MyMathLab. There's been issues with it. Okay, so you know I would use Firefox. I've never really used Chrome, but I'm old, so I've always used Firefox. So you know, click on these things. It's not going to hurt you. You know, if you got to contact customer support, there it is. But that's kind of where you know things are going. And then you know you go on down here after this one, and you'll see the syllabus. You know, print it off. That's your information about a lot of things. So it does have my contact info again, the division info, the bluegrass, a lot of policies, info as far as that goes, the course description, you know, course competencies, all that stuff. I'm going to get on down to the class policies. You need to be, if you're not logging in within 10 days, you're not going to pass this course. Okay. So that's pretty much not an issue, but you know, you're going to be so far behind that it's going to be very hard to catch up. You know, this is Math 85, probably has more topics than any math class that I've ever taught. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to prepare you. So you can't be, you know, laying off for 4 days and then trying to catch up. It's going to be very difficult to do that. You should try to do an assignment a day. Now, if you're working full time, you got kids, you're a single parent, whatever your situation is, try to find the time to do an assignment a day. or maybe every other day. But if you try to wait everything for the weekends, it could be tough. I mean, I'm just going to tell you that it could be tough. So, pace yourself. Always good to pace yourself. All right, no show. The syllabus acknowledgement and orientation homework, I've got it due by the 8th, and that's again to help pace yourself. It's firm date by Wednesday the 14th. If you don't take it by then, you'll be dropped from the class. Now, if you wait till the 14th, you're going to have 3 days to do about 8 assignments. All right, and that's I don't know, but after the 14th, you can't take the acknowledgement. So get it done now. After you watch this video, do the orientation stuff and get it done now. On the registration handout I emailed to you all, and the one I posted at Blackboard, it talks about the free temporary access. Once you get your money, if you don't have it yet, you can upgrade. And, I'm sure they sent you an email. There's probably instructions on the handout for how you upgrade. So make sure you do that. Don't register twice. Okay, I have students and they'll be in my class twice. Register once. All right, calculator. When you're doing your proctoring, they're not going to let you use your cell phone or your tablet. So you've got to have a calculator. Email. Make sure you check your email at least once a week. I email something mostly once a week. So please check that email. I'll send out reminders, other things about what's coming up. So make sure you check it. I talked about how you contact me. Class structure. You can read through that. Now, if something happens, there's due dates, you can work ahead. Okay, you can, work as far ahead as you want to, pretty much, except for the final exam is not allowed to be taken until after March 21st, okay? But other than that, you can work ahead. You can, roll it. I mean, if you really want to take the final before then, let me know. We can work something out. But your quizzes, tests, there are deadlines. Now, homework can be worked past the deadline. We do have prerequisites set, 70% on assignments before you can take the next one. If something happens, and you're falling way behind, just email me and we can work something out. What I will say is this course, I did not create this course. I was put on this at the last minute. Not really last minute, but, late enough to where I could not create courses like I like to create them. So I just copied this from another instructor. I think there's a lot of good things in here. It's just different than what I do. So there's going to be some policies that I normally don't do in my online classes that I do in here, but I still think everything is fine. Prerequisites, oftentimes I don't do those, but you know what? Let's try it out and see. 70 is not bad. I mean, you need to be making 70 on homeworks anyway. So if you get stuck on something, let me know. We can help you out. All right. So anyway, homework. There's due dates. It's you can work things past the due date, but they are subject to a 10% penalty taken off. So make sure you pace yourself. Oh, this is all about pacing yourself. So if assignment is due, it cuts off at 11:59 p.m. Okay. Quizzes. There's due dates. You can take your quizzes twice. If you need an extension, let me know. But once you start the quiz, you must finish it. You're proctored. You got 2 proctored exams, a midterm and a final. I'm going to talk about that more when I get down here to the proctoring FAQs. But we'd like you to schedule those proctors. Make sure you know when your dates are. The midterm must be taken by the 21st, March 21st, and the final exam must be taken by Wednesday, May 2nd. Okay? And so, those dates are posted in my calendar, which is below. I'll show you that here shortly. All right, so anyway, we've got those dates and the proctoring information. Here is your homework, makeup, and late work. Again, if you need an extension, let me know. I'll give you 1 or 2. I'm not going to give you free reign that everything gets extended. Okay. But let me know about that. So we've got dropping withdrawal policy. You can click on that. you can read through that. Okay, here is the course outline, and you'll see that the midterm exam is due March 21st. All these assignments, chapter 1 and 2, and the quizzes, you see chapter 1 stuff is due by the 17th. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items due by the 17th. So that's 12 days. Okay, it goes by fast. Then chapter 2 stuff, you've got 7 other things due, and that's a week later. Okay, so it gets going pretty fast, so just make sure you keep up with things. Okay, so that's your syllabus. Your orientation materials, click on all these. Okay, once you're ready, then you can do the syllabus acknowledgement and orientation homework. Proctoring, here's the proctoring. Read through this. I'm not going to read this to you. You can read it, but I am going to highlight that, we've got for proctoring, you've got the BCTC Proctoring Center. You've got the list for other KCTCS colleges if your home college is not BCTC. And I allow ProctorU, which if you have a webcam and it's about $20-25, you can take the test at home. Okay, you just go to the link. You got to register, set up a date, and you take it at home. Okay, so read through this. Your friend, boss. Normally I'm not going to allow a friend to proctor your test. Your boss, they have to send me an email from their work email address. I mean, that's possible, but we can take things by a case-by-case basis. All right. So just read through that. Tutoring information, you can click on there. There's BrainFuse through Blackboard, and there's other things for tutoring. But don't forget, you can always email me if you have questions. All right, let's go back to the main menu. So the way this is laid out, you're going to go through chapter 1 through 5 because that is the first part of your midterm. This is what you're going to be tested on first. So each chapter, what's really great about the way the person who created this course has done is they've got notes for each chapter. You can print these notes off. They might help you. Okay, you've got lots of examples for each section. Okay, so that's one thing that can help you there. Now, as you get into the assignments, you'll see for chapter 1 assignments, it's broken up into each section. You've got the notes that we just looked at that go with this. You've got the homework. You've got the book. If you want to do practice in your study plan, that's fine. It's optional, but it's not graded. And there's also, which is awesome here, if you have questions on particular topics, look at all these. This is pretty impressive. I don't do this on my own classes. I've got notes, but nothing like this. So if you are stuck and you're like, man, I just don't know how to find slope, I can click on that one and it takes me right there and gives me a great explanation. So I tell you what, it's very impressive, very impressive. And that's true with every assignment in here. Okay, so for chapter 2, you've got it broken down into all of the assignments for chapter 2. You got supplements, you got videos, and then you got questions. So let me tell you what, if you are really struggling, there is more help in this class than anyone I've ever seen. Okay, so I will say that it's way impressive. Now, sometimes it can get overwhelming, okay, because there is a lot of stuff. But nobody said you have to do all this. But if you get stuck on functions and you don't understand how to find f of 3 or how to whatever, you can see the written explanation. So I tell you what, I'm extremely impressed, and I think it's really, really good for you all that have questions. All right, so we're going back. You see I'm clicking around. Then you've got, after the first 5 chapters, you've got preparing for the midterm. Again, you can look at the BCTC, the KCTCS. I did not put a link on here for ProctorU. Just make sure you go back to ProctorU if you want to use it. It's under the proctoring FAQs. I might put a link in here. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, so I'll try to remember to do that. And then you've got all your practices, for your exams. So, take advantage of them. Take advantage of them. There's some things that have to be done, some things that are optional. But the more practice, the better. And then you just proceed like we just did. So you're going to go on after the midterm, and you're going to do chapter 6, 7, and 8. Same process, okay? So, you know, it doesn't look like there's anything created for chapter 8, but there is for 6 and 7. I think chapter 8's only got one assignment anyway. So you should be fine there. All right, preparing for the final, same thing for the midterm. It's exactly the same stuff, okay? So it's giving you good links. So here's where you can view your grades, okay? Right now, you know, it shows me that I've made 0 out of 18 on my syllabus acknowledgement. And the good thing about this is I can go back in and I can redo things. Okay, you can rework your homework. Okay, now see, there's a link in here called Question Help. View an example. Ask my instructor. That's how you get help from me. Now, other questions may have helped me solve this, but since there's no solving here, you don't have that one. Okay. So if I skip, I don't think there's really anything else in here to solve. So anyway, that's your orientation, syllabus acknowledgement. Make sure you've got to score 100 before you can move on to the next homework. So you need to really read that syllabus and watch that orientation, or you're going to possibly miss a lot of these. And that's the design. We want you to get all these right to make sure you are fully informed. Okay? And your attempts are unlimited per question. So if you miss one, you can come back in and you'll get a new question on some of the homeworks. Now this you won't, because these are set. But the other homeworks, you just get a different question. Okay? If you need to withdraw from the class, there's your withdrawal links. And if you need help, okay, again, here's your computer setup again. We've already seen that. You've got Pearson Tutor Services, BCTC Tutoring website. You know, there's things about study skills, tools for success. The multimedia library is where you can find, you know, for certain chapters, you can click on that and you can see what's available. So if I want to see something in, you know, 1.1, I select all, I find now, and it comes up with all my resources. Okay, so it's really good. So, you know, I mean, a lot of people think, well, online, I'm just going to, you know, go in there and start doing homework. Don't do that. Try to treat it like a regular class. Don't try to rush through it or start, you know, just jumping into the homework. Know what's available to you. Okay. All right, so that's it. There's your customer technical support. I can't really help you with technical issues for the most part. I don't control anything. They do. But, you know, that's all on you. So, again, as I stated probably in my other video, I want everybody to do well, but you have to do the work. You're going to have to put the time in. 12-week course, a little faster. But so if you get started today, hopefully you're watching this on the 5th, the 6th, no latest. If you get started today, you should be okay. Okay. So anyway, I'll be in touch, and good luck to you.